I know this looks like a disaster area, but I actually cleaned a lot up yesterday. Adam, the Oxman, was here. He hasn't been here for 2 months, but he was here visiting, and he and I worked hard here. And then also this morning, my son and I cleaned. There, I had planned 4 other huts here. 1, 2, 3, 4 around that water wheel, which was to be 20 foot, more than 20 feet high, and a 5th one there, which will stay. That one's called Joyce Hut, and all the blocks that were used as foundations for those 4 huts that have now been moved, not all of them, but most of them, are now over there, and I'm going to use them to build up a dam that'll extend out that way. In a video yesterday, or maybe the day before, I said about how I think I can get another foot of height on the supply of water that's coming there. And I'll start with 8 inches, and I'll line those blocks up along the lower breast of that. Well, I won't explain all that now. But anyway, I've got blocks here, and I'm gonna, before I quit here, I'll go up there and stand on Joyce Hut and look downstream. And what I want to do, and by the way, all those tires, they were part of my dowry. When I got married, they were my father-in-law's on his farm, and I've had them ever since. I have a plan for them, which I'll show you eventually. But anyway, that spool, I want to move it down to where those strange looking blocks are. That's where I think it'll be. And I need to figure out how can I roll that down into place, because I want to also gather up the stuff that it's on right now and use it elsewhere. So I'm going to go up there and film and maybe talk a little more. All right, here I am. There's that spool. I'm on right close to the center of Joyce Hut. Down there you can see the water, which will be in a sluice, and it'll be about a foot higher than that, or more, probably more, when it leaves here to go over that water wheel. I'm going to use that spool as the hub for a water wheel, although the water wheel won't be very much bigger than the spool itself. I'll tell you more about that later. Anyway, over here is the canal where the water's coming from all the way back there in the woods. And this is the canal that, where you see all those hydraulic jumps, those ripples, that indicates it's falling. I'd like to have all the fall occur over the wheel, which is why I want to raise that. It's more than I can tell you right now, but the matter at hand is to continue cleaning this stuff up that I'm not going to use right now, and figure out what I can use of that, and then move that spool with its axle down about 10-15 feet. I think I can run it down on those 2 planks. There's 3 planks right there. They're strong enough that I think I can use them as runners and just let it roll it down to its new position. Do you see the difference? I managed to take the cribbing down that was holding that water wheel up there, and I have it on planks, and I can roll it out to where it's going to go. That 2x4 that's leaning against it is to keep it from rolling back. I cleaned up a little bit around here. Why not? I'll climb up on Joyce Hut and show you what it looks like from there. I also started a little bit of a dam right below Joyce Hut, which will be Joyce Falls. The water in the canal is a little bit muddy, which is a sure sign that the pigs are up there, and sure enough I can see one of them up there. Maybe you can see that too. Anyway, not too much different here, except that the cribbing on both sides, I got it off, and that spool now is ready. A water wheel to be is ready to roll down those planks to its new position. And I imagine tomorrow I'll be working on here again. I'm going to do a lot of cleaning up though. I don't like to work, believe it or not, I don't like to work when there's a mess around my feet. So I'll do some cleaning up as well. The easy stuff. But the most fun stuff, of course, is going to be that water wheel. I think I'm going to call it Joyce Waterwheel because I'm standing on Joyce Hut. Right here below me is going to be Joyce Falls. Bye for now.